Hi, I'm Dr. Heidi Heron, and today I'm going to be talking about utilizing NLP with anxiety. If you're trained in NLP, you have a variety of techniques available to you to help yourself or help somebody else with anxiety. Anxiety is the overproduction of adrenaline and cortisol that keeps somebody in a hypervigilant mode. Now, anxiety or fear is useful in contexts where it's necessary to be alive, to keep us safe, to run from the tiger that's chasing us. But in most cases, anxiety that is present in today's world is not about keeping ourselves safe from a moral or a mortality aspect. It's more about keeping ourselves safe from an ego aspect. What are they going to think of me? Am I doing this right? Am I getting this right? Am I good enough? Those are the things that plague most people's brains these days that create that cascade of chemicals that increase the heart rate, increase the blood flow, increase the breathing, all of those things that put us into the fight or flight mechanism. But if we're sitting behind a computer, if we're in a meeting, there's no real reason to fight or flight. So if I'm working with somebody that has anxiety, I first get to understand their type of anxiety. What happens? How do they do it? How do they unpack it? So that I can understand and they can understand the patterns that they're utilizing, the emotions, the beliefs, the concepts, their thoughts, the behaviors, the actions, how they express it. I'm also utilizing processes like communicating with the symptoms to be able to communicate with that anxiety symptom to figure out what is it wanting, how is it trying to help or serve. Oftentimes, anxiety is being that bodyguard for someone, or a bouncer, I like to think of it as well, with the sole job of keep me safe. So imagine this, you've got a little bouncer, maybe a whole bunch of them, standing guard, keeping you safe. And these bodyguards, they're not going to let anything infiltrate your system. They're going to stay hypervigilant to keep you safe. Oftentimes what people do is they try and push away anxiety, and they can't do it, and that creates more anxiety, creates depression, creates all kinds of yucky things that happen. The moment you start to push away a feeling, especially a strong one like anxiety, it pushes back. Anxiety is strong. It pushes back and it becomes stronger because its job, it's been told, you're here to protect. So it's going to be there to protect. So we need to be aware of it, but instead of pushing it away, we need to accept its intention, its desire. If its intention, its desire is to keep us safe, we might need to write a new job description for it. That it can kind of hang out in the background, and if needed, it can come in and help keep you safe instead of standing guard and vigilant all the time. Even a nightclub might have a bouncer, but when it's closed, the bouncer goes home. It's only there when it needs to be there. And that's when we ultimately want anxiety to be there, when it needs to keep you safe, when you are in danger, when there's something that is warranted for that hypervigilance to stand in. Now, there also might be beliefs or concepts, it might be a learned behavior from somewhere, and we might need to utilize some NLP processes like an unconscious pattern change or re-imprinting or tunneling to be able to address the emotional standpoint that it goes with. We may also need to do like a parts integration to negotiate with the different parts of us that are safe and want to keep us safe so we can create more congruence, maybe create some new behaviors, collapse some anchors, create some new anchors. There's lots and lots of stuff that we can do from an NLP perspective to help with anxiety. I wouldn't do anything until I know what someone wants, what their true desired state is. But there are so many things we can do with anxiety so that we don't have to have it. Remember, don't push away, flow with.